closely to where we're really heading. But aloha and good morning, everybody. My name is Jürgen Steinmetz. I'm joining you from Livestream.travel and eTober News here in Honolulu, Hawaii. And we're celebrating this week the launch of World Tourism Network. World Tourism Network emerged out of rebuilding.travel, what is a discussion we started actually in Germany back in March during a non-existing ITB in Berlin. We had a meeting and we discussed the possible development of COVID-19, not even knowing closely to where we're really heading. But it was an interesting discussion. We have more than 1,000 people in 124 countries. And we thought it would be good to structure this a little bit and also keep it to guide the industry through COVID and beyond. So our place in the world of tourism is to support mostly, I would say, the medium and small sized businesses and build this link between other organizations, the public sector, and local issues and more global issues. So our organization should be built up from the bottom up, not from the top down, similar to what SCORL is doing. I see Wolfgang is here from my SCORL club in Düsseldorf in Germany I'm a member of. So it's a similar system. We really want to empower our local chapters to take the lead, and we then as an organization on a global scale can probably give more weight to whatever the worries or the issues are, specifically in combination with eTober News and other media we're working with. So it's kind of the idea. So we're looking for local chapters, people who wanted to build these chapters, to join chapters. And we're also looking for interest groups. We have a number of interest groups already identified, anything from education to aviation and hospitality industry and so forth. So these are discussions we can do on a global scale together with the chapters and so forth. So that's basically where we stand. We're celebrating our launch all month, and you can go to worldexpo.travel and see all the archive. The way this works is we have a very small audience of live participants. Right now there's 7 of us, and everyone can ask questions and be part of it. And our more larger audience you find on our various social media channels and other social media channels. You find on eTober News. No matter what page you go on eTober News now, you will see your picture. So it becomes, it multiplies. We have a lot of people forwarding it. And so far, we just did a check this morning. I shared with Mona, we had about 46,000 people on an average over time watching our various events. And we had some really good events, and there's some more good ones coming up. Today, it'll be exciting to learn from Mona Nafa. She's joining us from Amman, Jordan, and she will tell us why actually Jordan is the healthiest place on earth. Now, if you go a little bit further, we also are looking forward to a number of events. Specifically, I'm looking forward to Louis D'Amour, head of the International Institute for Peace through Tourism, with the second event. The first event was about 35 years history and how IIPT started. And now our next event will be to look in the future, and we will close this year, hopefully saying goodbye or not, adios or whatever to COVID-19, because we're thinking the Spanish flu just finished exactly 100 years ago. So wouldn't that be a good way to also say goodbye to COVID and start the new year? Of course, we're not going to be COVID-free, but on a different platform, and to eliminate COVID and start on a positive note. And with this, we're going to have tour guides from all over the world joining us in this session. And it's organized by Marisa, who is head of, I believe, head of the tourism, the Tour Guide Association here in the United States, and part of the global organization. And from what I know, also the president of this organization in South Africa, who is one of our members, will also join us. Now, without further delay, we're going to introduce Mona, but before we do this, I have a video here we're trying to share. And my apology, Mona sent this video, but because of time with so many sessions, I wasn't able to set this up professionally. So we're going to try to improvise here a little bit and see if this works. So click on share, then.
We are here in the Dead Sea, the lowest point on Earth. It contains the salt, the mud, the rate of oxygen, which is healthy for your mind and soul and body. Wow. Unbelievable. I've been a guide for a long time. It's the first time for me to see deep sea salt in the salt room, like salt in the floor, salt in the wall. After 1 week of exploring Jordan, I have to throw my cell phone away to relax. Well, here, you clean your mind, you clean your soul. You know, this life is full of stress. Please, you have to take your stress away. I moment for myself.
Well, thank you very much. And I give it over to Mona.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. That was Sam, our guide, who is very passionate for Jordan and the Dead Sea and all the great components of why I'm claiming. It's basically many people all over the world really say that the Dead Sea is the healthiest point on earth. We do have a presentation, and as you were saying, we are going to get ready in the new year to start traveling, to start being brave, to hop on an airplane, to take a year of staying at home, all the stress that we have really, all of us have really acquired through the unknown, loss of our industry, loss of jobs, loss of, many factors that have really affected us due to COVID. Travel, as you know, many on the call are in the travel sector, has been hit probably the hardest and will be the longest to actually bounce back. So I wanted to share with you, where would you go that is healthier than your own home and your own country? I propose to go to the Dead Sea, Jordan. And on the slide, on the presentation that Jürgen, that we're going to put up shortly, I'm going to share with the audience why the Dead Sea is the healthiest point on earth. There's three components. It is the Dead Sea salt, the Dead Sea mud, and the high oxygen content that really justifies the healthiest point on earth. So as you're getting the screen up there, I'll share with the audience. It's kind of pretty and colorful on the presentation. So Jürgen, is the PowerPoint up?
Well, I'm trying. I only get a black screen, and don't ask me why.
Okay, maybe I can share on my side.
Yeah, why don't you try? You can see it.
If you can disable me.
Yeah, so I'm going to stop sharing, and then you can do it on your side. Sorry about that.
Okay, not a problem.
If you click on share screen in the bottom.
Yeah, I got it. Okay, I'm going to get right to it. All right.
We don't see it yet. So if you can click on share screen and then click on the window with the PowerPoint, and then activate the share screen.
You see it?
No, I don't. If you hold the window, yeah, now it's coming. There we go.
Okay,
We can see it. Great, thank you.
you're welcome. So why the Dead Sea is the healthiest point on Earth? Okay. Once again, we've got a lot of choices when we're ready to travel. So where are we going to go that is healthier than your own home and your own house? In Jordan, we have got fabulous resorts. We've got clean air, great sunsets. We've got a destination with modern hotels, great Airbnbs. We've got a destination with divine food. In fact, the Mediterranean diet has been known by CNN in 2019 and WebMD in 2020 as the healthiest diet in the world here in the Middle East. So I'm going to take you down to the lowest point on Earth, the Dead Sea, and once again share all the benefits of why it is the healthiest point on Earth. First of all, the Dead Sea, where is it and what is it? The Dead Sea is located at the lowest point on Earth, meaning that the oxygen content at the lowest point on Earth is higher than the oxygen content above sea level, 36% versus 26%. The Dead Sea is located an hour south of the capital of Amman in the country of Jordan. It is also landlocked between Palestine, Israel, and Jordan. The Dead Sea is a salt lake, and within the salt lake contains over 30 essential minerals and trace elements, meaning that there are an abundance of healthy minerals such as magnesium, calcium, bromine, all very important to the human body, as well as a very high concentration of salt. And we're going to get into the benefits of the salt shortly. At the Dead Sea, I'm going to focus on three components. Why, once again, it is healthy. Once again, we're going to travel. Your first destination, really, common sense should be at a healthy place. Sure, we can take the vaccine, we can do our best to stay healthy, but if an environment and a destination can do it for you, why not choose the holistic natural way? So I want to share with you what is so significant about the Dead Sea. The Dead Sea salt is antiviral, antibacterial, and antifungal, and it's all natural in the air. The Dead Sea, the lowest point on Earth, has the highest oxygen content. Once again, with more oxygen in the air, you're breathing it freely, your immune system, your lungs, your skin are all working to benefit and help you be a healthier person. Lastly, I want to focus on the Dead Sea mud. The Dead Sea mud is very rich with antibacterial properties that help detox your body and help make your skin nice and smooth. So what does that mean to you as a traveler or a human being? You know, once again, I've got some friends on the call and we always talk about the Dead Sea benefits. So when you've got more oxygen, cleaner air, antiviral, antibacterial salt in the sea, in the air, this can translate to a stronger immune system. A strong immune system helps you fight off diseases. I'm not going to go there with COVID, but once again, we want to stay as healthy naturally as possible. And why not with all the natural elements of the Dead Sea? Don't forget, COVID does attack the lungs. So if the salt content and the fresh air can help you breathe better, help your respiratory system, and help you expand your lungs, why not? All doing it naturally. I want to touch a little bit about the benefits of the Dead Sea mud. Yes, I use the mud on my skin. I don't use it too much on my face yet, but I do use it all over my limbs. And yes, I feel my skin is tingling. I know it's being detoxed from the healthy minerals that are in the mud. And very important, as we get older, it's so essential for us to have more calcium for our bones and more magnesium for our circulation. So this is all a little bit of the medical of my past life. So I want to touch a little bit about the Dead Sea and where to go and what to do and why I'm focusing on it, because it does hit home and it does hit what we do. We are in the hotel business. I wanted to share with you the many beautiful hotels and the resorts at the Dead Sea. And one of those is the Dead Sea Spa Resort. It was the first to be built in Jordan in 1990, once again at the lowest point on earth. And the owner was a visionary on the benefits of building a resort, a hotel at the lowest point with all the healthy natural elements of the mud, salt, and the sea. At the Dead Sea Spa Hotel, we have a licensed certified medical clinic. And for many, many years pre-COVID, we used to host many Europeans coming from Germany and Austria who doctors and insurance companies saw and knew of the benefits of sending their patients with dermatology problems such as eczema, psoriasis, acne. They found sending their patients to the Dead Sea, the patients were treated holistically. It was more cost effective for the insurance companies who used to fly the patients for 1 month, 28 days, flight, hotel, full board to get treated at the lowest point on earth. They found that stress is an autoimmune disease, which your body comes out with many skin problems when you're really stressed out. And when you de-stress, the skin problems minimize and or go away. At the Dead Sea Spa, we do have the first and only Dead Sea Salt Room. As Sam was saying, his life is quite stressful. COVID has really affected everybody in the sector. He goes to the salt room and he sits and relax. So we created the Dead Sea Salt Room, which we call a halotherapy. And it basically mimics a salt cave. There's salt on the walls, salt on the floor, and basically the salt particles are in the air naturally, that which helps your respiratory pulmonary functions. Once again, it helps your lungs breathe and open up, meaning stronger lungs, more stamina. In fact, I was reading that athletes in the States, they sit in salt rooms because they want the highest function of their lung capacity. So they found the salt cave being very, very beneficial. Here in Jordan, currently we don't have too many tourists, but when we do recommend that they sit in a salt room 3 days a week for 45 minutes. And I talk the talk and walk the walk. So I'm a big fan of our salt room. Every time I fly from the States back to Jordan, I've got terrible jet lag. It's basically around the world. The next day I go down to the salt room, I relax, and I find that I sleep better. I'm more, once again, relaxed. I'm more calm. And I really find the benefits of the salt room, the salt air calms me and really takes care of my terrible, terrible jet lag. So what's to come after COVID? Jürgen and everybody on the call, we are extremely stressed out, not knowing what's going to happen, not knowing the effects of the vaccine. A lot of our jobs, a lot of our lifestyle, a lot of families, it's really the unknown. Sure, we're hopeful in the years to come, 2021, promises of the vaccine, but we really don't know. So I propose to the audience, when you're ready to travel, I highly recommend coming to the Dead Sea for your first destination, leaving your home, which is a healthier destination than your own home and your own country. So I wanted to recap once again on what I've been talking about on all the wellness benefits of the Dead Sea. So the salt, the mud, the air, what does it mean? It means that healthier lungs, post-COVID and beyond. COVID, unfortunately, and other symptoms has really compromised many people's lungs. This has not been scientifically proven, but it's common sense. Secondly, improving the skin from the Dead Sea mud. Basically, the mud is known to hydrate the skin, detox, really make your skin very smooth. Boost the immune system. That's a given with the oxygen, the higher content of oxygen. Me personally, I've got more energy and more stamina when I spend time at the Dead Sea. So do most of those patients that came from Germany for over 20 years. Sleep, better mood, all comes with reducing your stress. So usually with a relaxed body, good night's sleep, a strong immune system tends to lower one's blood pressure. Once again, these are wellness claims yet to be proven scientifically. So I welcome everybody on the call to come to the Dead Sea, be a wellness ambassador for the lowest point on earth, and take it upon yourself and really seek a holistic, natural way to really recharge and restart the new year. I don't want to leave the other beautiful sites of Jordan. So coming to the Dead Sea as your first destination when you're ready to travel, you also have access to Jordan's wonderful sites. We've got Petra, a wonder of the world, in the bottom right. We've got Wadi Rum, the top right. We've got many, many movies that were filmed in Wadi Rum, from Star Wars, Rise of the Skywalker, Rogue One, The Martian, Lawrence of Arabia. Hollywood is really looking at Wadi Rum as a destination for filming. We've got great diving at the Dead Sea. We've got Amman, the capital, and of course, we've got the biblical sites where Jesus was baptized at the Jordan River. So when we can, I invite you all once again to come to Jordan, come to the Dead Sea, and really be brave and really think about your health as your priority. And you've got means of really improving your immune system by coming to the Dead Sea. Thank you.
Wow, this sounds like perfect, Mona. Is there like let's say when you come there, what do you do? Are there places to stay and to do like a treatment, or how long should you stay?
Absolutely. Let me see how I get to. Well, we welcome you to stay as long as you like, of course. Being that when we first start traveling, I don't think too many people really want to hop around. So it makes sense to come to a destination and stay for a while. Jürgen, is my screen?
Yes, you look perfect.
Okay. So basically, come for a week. Once again, patients have come and stayed for 28 days. They found the value of staying for a long time. Taleb has said many, many times that we can become nomadic travelers. We could take our computer, travel anywhere, do our work online, kids can go to school online, and why not stay at a destination that gives you all of the healthy benefits? So staying at the Dead Sea for as long as possible would be my choice. If you know, basically how much time you can afford, and as long as you can take some time off, but have your computer, will travel.
So when you go to the Dead Sea, where would you stay?
Once again, we've got lovely resorts. We've got 4-star, 5-star resorts. We've got some Airbnbs. What's been very popular are some farms. So plenty of accommodations to really meet one's budgets. Mind you, you can come to the Dead Sea as a base and you can see Jordan's sites. You've got a choice between Amman, you've got the choice between the Dead Sea. Why not stay in a place where the environment is going to be healthier below sea level versus that as above sea level, if I may?
And you know, I've been there and I love this area. It's so different than any place on earth. And it's pretty much right in the center of Jordan. So you're right. It's very easy to see Petra. It's easy to see Amman, or you can all the way go do a day trip or stay a few days in Aqaba. So it's a really good area, I think, to stay in. Now, for me, always the most important part, especially if I wanted to stay someplace longer, how's the internet access there? Is there any internet?
Oh, fabulous. We have fabulous internet in Jordan, I must say. 4G, 5G. You could take your computer. We have free internet almost everywhere, even at some of the sites. So staying connected, staying accessible is not a problem in Jordan. You know, like we talked about briefly before we started, it's like, what's going to happen in the unknown? Yes, everybody's really itching. They want to get out. They want to travel. I propose, when I say the healthiest point on earth, we've got lots of choices, and everybody in the whole world wants that traveler to come to their destination. I propose, come to us first. We are a healthy environment. And I'm a big proponent of doing it holistically. You know, I'm not one to get the vaccine. So if I can keep my body as strong as possible, keep my immune system as strong as possible, eat well, sleep well, all that, you know, good stuff that we're supposed to do, that would be my choice versus doing the traditional medicine. I say that now. I say that because I've got the Dead Sea in our backyard, but I really wanted to share the message of holistic, natural healing, the holistic now first.
I know when I was in Jordan the last time, I think there was a UNWTO conference I visited. I took a tour from Petra down to the desert, and they took us to a place where you can actually hear the silence. And I found that so impressive. I said, next time I come back to Jordan, I want to stay a day or two just in the desert, just do nothing, just silence. Tell me about this. Maybe that's something what could be combined with the Dead Sea.
Oh, absolutely. No, I mean, basically, come to Jordan, see the sights. Just spend more time at the Dead Sea. Jurgen, I think you went to Wadi Rum. Wadi Rum is our desert.
Right.
And yeah, I remember that trip. You went to Petra and then to Wadi Rum. The desert is gorgeous. In fact, you know, once again, as I mentioned, Hollywood is looking at Wadi Rum as a preferred film site. Disney was out here. They filmed Rise of the Skywalker, 2018, and then 2016, Rogue One. We had The Martian with Matt Damon. You've got a beautiful natural backdrop of the desert. It could be a planet, it could be Mars. And we've got amazing camps in Wadi Rum. Everything is not too far. Jordan isn't that big of a country. So between the Dead Sea and or Amman, Wadi Rum is about a three-hour drive. So doable in a day and or a long weekend. So.
And to fly into Jordan, of course, there's Amman is your capital city. It has international air traffic. There's Aliyar, I think we call them Royal Jordanian Airlines. Are they still flying to the US, or are flights right now on hold?
No, we had our airport closed for several months, and that was tough. You know, Jordan initially really took some very strong stance on containing the virus and keeping us closed, if I may. Our airport is open, it's functional. Not too many of my peers, I know my friends are really traveling. I think it's the wait and see what's going to happen. If you don't need to go anywhere, people really aren't traveling. We do fly to Chicago, to New York, to Montreal. I'm not too sure if Canada's, who Canada's really accepting now. But I know myself as an Arab American, I am planning on going in 2021 to the States to see my family. But travel is different. Travel, I think the brave will travel. It's going to cost us more to travel. It's the unknown. What's going to happen at the airport? What's going to happen at the other destination? So this is going to be new for all of us in the coming new year, 2021.
And I think,
So
Jordan, I know you had a spike in COVID like we all get, but over time, I think the numbers were quite low, especially compared to your neighbor in Israel. They were quite a bit lower. How did you manage?
well, once again, for several months, about 5 months, our airport was closed and our borders were closed. So basically, it was landlocked. Very compliant population. I think we basically followed the trend of most countries. Springtime, March, April, May, it was the unknown, a little bit of fear, really, really cautious. Uh, Doors kind of open July, August, June, July, August. People were a little bit more brave, out and about. Most people still didn't travel. Our airports didn't open until August, September. So imagine an airport being closed from March till September. That's pretty significant. So we didn't have the movement of people coming and going. Yes, the numbers did rise when our airport opened, our borders opened up. That was inevitable. People became a little bit more comfortable, tend to mingle a bit. So our numbers spiked back to school, back to some routines. Then our schools, our universities and high schools went back online. We are no different than anybody else at this point. So I think, it's the holidays now. We've got Christmas around the corner. So it's going to be quiet like the rest of the world. It's going to be the nuclear family. It's going to be very, very minimal traveling movement. We still have a strict policy about gatherings. I believe no more than 20. Me personally, for Christmas, it's just going to be the immediate family versus the extended family. I am a people person, so I love having people at the house, but health does come first. And it's all of our jobs worldwide to be compliant and really get this under control. I am a big believer of wearing masks. I do listen to the scientists. My background is pharmaceuticals before I did come to the Middle East. I'm a big person on data, science over speculation. And I did touch on the presentation that I would really welcome a wellness study on all the benefits of the Dead Sea and really verify it and give it credibility on the logic of the Dead Sea salt and mud in the air. Once again, if German patients have been coming to this part of the world for over 20, 25 years because they believe in the holistic natural healing of the Dead Sea for skin problems, that's Germans, Jürgen, you're German. So, they're very concrete type of nationality, and they, very disciplined nationality. So we're doing something right for the German patients.
No, and it's interesting. Now, let me touch on something different. I know we weren't really supposed to talk about, but you mentioned it. It's about the vaccine. You said you're not going to take the vaccine. Now, you originally are from California, and so the situation in California. What is really alarming? I can tell you, I talked to the mayor here in Honolulu yesterday. California is our biggest source market for tourists, and we're not excited to welcome anyone from California, to be honest with you. And I think we should be careful. And how do you see, what is happening in California, and why in the world would you say you shouldn't take the vaccine?
Well, I'm not, if I can do it naturally, if I can keep a strong immune system, and I do my best to stay healthy, I know a strong immune system, strong lungs, strong, detoxing, if I may, will give me the strong immune system to fight off diseases. Nothing's been proven, but this is just a Mona theory. Keeping a strong immune system can fight any disease. A weaker immune system, of course, your body's more susceptible to diseases. I hope I don't have to take a vaccine to get on an airplane. I really don't like what I believe it was Qantas, the CEO. He came out and said that is a choice of a passenger, not to be imposed. But then again, it's our choice to take Qantas Airlines. Why the numbers are going up in California? You've got people who are rebellious. You've got people who are compliant. It's a big population. It's a big state. And when you lose a sense of order, this is what happens.
Now,
what's going on in Hawaii?
Well, we are the lowest in the United States, and we want to stay the lowest. Our numbers went up a little bit after we opened for tourism on October 15th, but not as significant that would justify to reverse this. However, tourists are really not coming in big numbers. If you look at normal times, 30-some thousand visitors arrive every single day. We're now just maybe into the lower thousands. And we're concentrating, I think, rightfully on visitors from Asia, from Japan. We just opened the tourism bubble to Japan. Now, Japanese that are coming here have to be really committed to wanting to go to Hawaii, because when they go home, they have to go to a quarantine of 2 weeks. So they can enjoy a vacation. And I know we're trying to come to some kind of an agreement to avoid this with another test. There's a new testing facility at the airport. When it comes to the US mainland, I think Hawaii is concentrating in welcoming visitors from other parts than California, as I said, even though California is always been our main source markets. And people in California really understand this now, and I don't think they're traveling the same numbers as they did before. But so far, we have been able to keep our numbers low. We had a spike in the last few days, but not because of visitors, because of the prison system. I think in one of the prisons, we had more than 30% infected, what is tremendous. So the numbers did not, so far as I know, it's contained. It's not only the prisoners, also people who are employed in the prison, guards and so forth. So that has been and is a big problem. But from the visitor standpoint, we're doing okay. But then again, Hawaii has been literally locked up between March and October 15th. So it's similar than what you see in Jordan. So we don't know the end of it. There was Thanksgiving, there's Christmas coming up. That's our main travel season. I know that our largest hotel, the Hilton, just opened. So we have to see. We're all bracing. Our hospitals right now are fine. We have plenty of capacity. We have a lot of the intensive care available. But on an island, this can change very quick. And I think we're all in the same boat. No one has a crystal ball, what to say. But talking about the immune system, I think this is quite fascinating, what the Dead Sea can do to the immune system. And I'm wondering if any people, besides from COVID, with HIV, for example, is this something over time what has been proven to help in strengthening the immune system?
Well, I'm just putting my logical hat on. Once again, I've been sharing about salt. Dead Sea salt is antiviral. Dead Sea salt is antifungal and antibacterial, meaning that it's, fights off the viruses. So logically speaking, if post-COVID patients, somebody who had COVID, came down to the Dead Sea and found that he or she spent some time there, had the opportunity to spend some time with their lung and breathing capacity improve. From what we know about the salt therapy being very therapeutic, the salt expands the pulmonary, the respiratory breathing tract, expands the lungs. You know, mind you, COVID is new, salt therapy is new. I would love doctors to challenge me on this and come to this part of the world and really do a scientific study. Would COVID patients improve their respiratory breathing from salt therapy, spending time at the Dead Sea? This would be $1 million question.
So
I'm just, you know, like I said, I'm putting the logic behind the great benefits of the oxygen, the air, the mud. We all know that COVID hits the lungs, the respiratory. Would the oxygen, salt, and all those healthy minerals naturally help that individual post-COVID? So I'm not a scientist, nothing's been proven, but logically, where would you go when you've got all this healthy elements and minerals and magnesium in the air that could only help somebody? You know, mind you, there's a few, not everybody can get to the Dead Sea and feel comfortable because of the oxygen and the pressure, but the majority of people spending time in open air, open waters, in an environment full of oxygen, how can it not help you?
it makes a lot of sense. And I would just be a little bit worried about having a study with patients coming to Jordan. That of course puts you up to a risk. I don't know if you wanted to take it, but it would definitely, I agree with you, make a great study. And I'm wondering if anyone else wants to jump in, just raise your
Well,
hand.
yeah.
We'll be happy to hear you. Now go ahead, Mona, I'm sorry. Oh, okay,
No,
so
has anybody raised their hand or any question?
yes, if there's anyone else who wanted to ask questions, please do. We'd love to hear your input on it. There's Dolce. Go ahead. You have to unmute your microphone, please. Unmute your microphone, please.
Sorry, I've
Here
got
we
my
go.
iPad. Okay, thank you, Thomas.
Oh, that's good. Okay, I didn't realize seeing you there.
Yeah,
No,
hey.
welcome. You have a different name on this. Yes.
Yeah, that's the duet. I know. But I just want to thank you so much. I'm very interested, first of all, in the World Tourism Network. I think it's going to be brilliant, and I'll talk to you later after this. But I think, Mona, it's just brilliant also of what you're talking about is the brand or the strategy is to come here first. I mean, if nothing else and you're feeling good, why not stay feeling good? I'm really excited that, you know, you embrace that, come here first. And I don't know if a lot of people realize, but Jordan is not a country of anything else. There's no oil, there's no other natural, you know, any kind of way to create, you know, profits. So, you know, using salts and muds and tourism is really what is needed. So I think Mona is really on the right path. I really love hearing that.
Thank you, Sandy. Yeah, I mean, once again, when we're ready to travel, where are you going to go first? What makes sense? I'm just putting logic into play here. Where are you going to go and really feel comfortable for your first destination? So I'm proposing a destination that is known to be healthy, and that's the Dead Sea, Jordan. And you've got some sites, and you've got some great food, and warm, beautiful hospitality. The Jordanians are fabulous, just very warm, hospitable people. So
no, Sandy.
Adelaide,
Jordan.
I know you agree.
I know Sandy is a good
Yeah,
friend of us, and I apologize, I didn't recognize you.
Oh, no, I'm getting older, Thomas.
Well, no, you never get older. we only get younger. But
That's
Sandy, just for you, for anyone who doesn't know Sandy, I think most of you know you. She has been a host of Travel Talk Radio for many years, and her radio show was very successful in the travel and tourism industry. She quit. I don't know. You have to tell us why you quit, but
You know, Thomas, it was a really wonderful opportunity for me to really go back to what I really am. And I'm an artist and a musician. And so for me to do that, then take the travel portion of what I had of 15 years of having the radio show, I was able to then to jump in and start building bridges with music, which is a much better, really, it's me. It's really me. So at my ripe old age, I'm on my, another edition, but it is just that whole journey that has taken me back to what I started at 6 years old as being a musician and an artist. So that's really the story. It's quite simple. But I love you guys, and I'm gonna get more involved now that I've established the music career. So
no, that's wonderful. It's really good to see you and your radio show. As I said, I've been on your show a number of times over many years. Actually, it's Louis D'Amour. I think we both met on one of your shows 20 some years ago, and so we
right.
miss you. So thanks for tuning in.
Thank you. My pleasure.
So if there's anyone else who wanted to say something, I wanted to recognize also, she's been very loyal on our events. So we call her Snow White. And Snow White, I cannot pronounce her real name, but Snesana. And
I am.
I have to learn this one of these days, but she joined us when we had an event on Balkan. And
Here I
she's
am.
a
Here I
professor
am.
in Serbia, and she's now leading our educational committee. Thanks, Snow White, for being on this event. You were also a guest on the event just about an hour or two, and thank you for that. So, are you going to go to the Dead Sea?
Oh, yes, I would like. I haven't been to Jordan. I read a lot about Petra, about the Dead Sea, and I just, this panel remind me when I was at the university, one of our professor was speaking about Jordan and about sea and about how healthy the water is. And then he said that 56 different elements are in the sea water, which is very important for our body and for our mind. And I was just remember that when I was listening all about that sea. But I think that Wolfgang wanted to ask something.
Oh yes, yeah, absolutely. They put Wolfgang in the spotlight, and Wolfgang is a good friend. He's in Düsseldorf, the town I was born and raised, my hometown, and I'm a member of SCOL, and actually I'm still a member of the SCOL club in Düsseldorf. Wolfgang has been involved in for many years. Welcome, Wolfgang.
Yeah, thank you, Jürgen. I just want to support Mona, what she's saying about Jordan. I was organizing tours to Jordan quite frequently. I'm in the business organizing tours for runners. So the Dead Sea Ultra Marathon was one of our standard programs. And we even organized together with some Jordanian runners a marathon in the Wadi Rum, the Jabal Ishrin Marathon. So I run the desert, I run Amman to the Dead Sea, which was tough because it's a difference of 1,300 meters altitude. And going downhill, mind you, it's getting more on your knees and everything than going uphill. And when we came down, you pass the sign, this is sea level, and then you go further down and you reach the basin of the Dead Sea. You really feel it. Okay, you're a bit exhausted. It's after about 30 kilometers. You feel a bit exhausted, but the air gets thicker. You can really feel it. It's different. And we finished at the Amman Beach Club, which is beautiful. And we dipped in the sea, of course. And as a runner, I know about the importance of oxygen to your body. And I can fully agree that every exercise which improves your intake of oxygen is healthy for everything, for your brain, fighting dementia when you get older, for your muscles, everything. And I think, and COVID in Latin America, they have a different attitude to COVID. They say it's not so much a lung disease, it's a blood disease. That the red dots in your blood are blocked by COVID to work with the oxygen. So I think increasing the intake of oxygen might be an interesting thing to do. And what is a real must when you sell Jordan, you must sell the tour package. It's no way to do any program in Jordan. And it's beautiful. 1 week you see a lot. I was surprised about Jerash. Jerash is fantastic. The archaeological park. I was surprised how many Christian sites are on the Jordan side of the Jordan. First time I got there, it was surprising for me. And something very positive, Petra, one of the real top things. And I recommended my clients, instead of the traditional 1-day Petra, stay 1 more day. Do the official tour of Petra with a guide, with explanations, and then go there again the next day and just hang around, go up the mountains, have a look, relax, and then really take your time with all the impressions. And it's in Wadi Rum. You have very good tent locations there now where you can really get the atmosphere of the desert at night. So and something very important, when we sell this near Middle East, Egypt, and all these countries, people say, how about the food? I hear people get problems with the stomach. In Jordan, we never had any problems with any of my clients with stomach problems. So the water and the kitchen is very, very safe in Jordan. This is a very important thing because many people are afraid. So this Dead Sea plus the tour is really a must.
Oh, no, I can definitely attest to this. The food is actually excellent. You can come to Jordan just on a culinary trip, I think, and
Yeah.
it's very healthy and it's very tasty, and the atmosphere
Thank you.
in for the most part when there's no COVID is that's all I know. It was great.
Thank you so much. Wolfgang, Sandy, Jürgen, Snow White, you are all testimonials, you know. So, and especially Wolfgang being an athlete, a runner, the oxygen all the way around is, imagine stress that we're all feeling. Imagine going into an environment that basically relaxes you, sedates you, makes you feel human again. You know, that all can be possible at the Dead Sea. I'm really happy to see Adil on the call. And if I can say anything, one of my mentors, and taught me a lot about sharing Jordan and promoting Jordan. So I'm very grateful, and I've learned a lot from Adil. He's really a pillar in the tourism sector, and we all work together to make Jordan a better place with friends abroad and friends inside. So
Yeah, Andrew, welcome. Tell us a little bit more. I know who you are, but maybe tell everyone else who you are and what you're doing.
Yes, thank you very much. It's a great opportunity to be among you today. I hope everyone is hearing me properly.
Mhm.
Yes.
perfect.
Okay, I'm in the industry for more than 30 years. My background is hotels. I started at the Radisson SAS hotels and then moved to tour operator business before being the deputy managing director of the Jordan Tourism Board until last year. Currently, I'm self-employed as an international consultant for more than one organization, working on different projects accordingly. What Mona mentioned is quite spot on when it comes to what we are all suffering. But I would like just to add on that due to this COVID and the lockdowns, we are not only suffering health-wise, we're suffering mentally. So I do believe that if you combine the three elements, which is spiritual healing, in addition to mental healing and health-wise, Jordan is the perfect place to be. As mentioned, Jordan is not a big country. You can do a perfect tour with minimum days, having some, let's say, switching off at Wadi Rum, just being in the middle of nowhere, enjoying the beautiful scenery of the desert, in addition to visiting the baptism site for some spiritual healing, and the Dead Sea. It's all close to each other. So I do believe that it would be the perfect place to put it on top of your bucket list for 2021, so that we hopefully slowly but surely return to normal. This was just a comment I wanted to share with all of you.
Thank you, and
Thank you.
thanks Adel for calling in. And I think we have to go to dinner again in Jordan one of these days. and yeah, Mona, I give you the last word. So far, unless there's another question, and I really wanted to, I don't see any, but I wanted to thank you for being a guest on the show and preparing this very interesting panel and insight on Jordan and the Dead Sea. And it was quite educational, and hopefully we can have you back. Before we talked, you agreed on starting our chapter in Jordan for World Tourism Network, and congratulations, I'm very excited. And we set this up and we can talk some more, and welcome to the Inner Circle family. And I wanted to encourage anyone else from our members, if you wanted to start a local chapter, or you have an interest in a specific subject on a global basis, to let us know, and we'd be happy to find a way to integrate this, like we did for Snow White, and she running our educational chapter. I'm so sorry. And but in any case, this was a very, very interesting event. I wanted to encourage everyone to go to wtn.travel. You can find the archive very soon, in the next 12 hours, or you go to worldtourismevents.com or any of our other websites, and you will probably see the session repeated throughout the next few weeks on eTurbo News and our social media. And if you wanted to sign up for any of our upcoming events, and we have a number of them, please do so also at wtn.travel and click on the event link. And again, it was great seeing Sandy. That was a big surprise to see you. We miss you. And yes, feel free to call anytime. And I got Wolfgang's message too, and we'll talk soon. I call you. And anyone else, it was great having you on board, and hopefully we see you very soon at another event, and hear from you very shortly about what is next for WTN and how we can work together. Mona, you have the last word. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome. And yes, we do need to think of the small and medium businesses, and that's the value added of the WTN. Jordan is composed of small business units, locally sourced. These are the core of our sector. But going back to the healthiest point on earth, we do have the lowest spot on earth, the Dead Sea. My choice is where you're going to make your first trip. Do think of a healthy destination. Do think of investing in your health with a strong immune system, because everything else doesn't matter if you're not healthy. So I wish everybody a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. We hope for a a wonderful 2021. We hope for travel, we hope for unity, we hope for progress and peace, of course. So I wish you all a very good night, good day, aloha, Jürgen. Thank you for the opportunity to put Jordan on the map. We welcome visitors in 2021.
Aloha, and thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.